The rain pounded against the windshield as I sped down the slick streets of Boston, my heart racing faster than the engine. It was supposed to be a routine night, dropping off files at the mayor's office after hours. But when I pulled into the alley behind City Hall, I saw him, Jordan Hayes, the mayor's son, huddled against a dumpster, bruised and bleeding, his clothes torn. In that moment, as our eyes locked through the downpour, I knew I just stumbled into a storm that would upend my life forever. I slammed on the brakes and jumped out, ignoring the chill that seeped through my coat. "Jordan, what the hell happened?" I demanded, kneeling beside him. He looked up, his blue eyes wide with a mix of fear and resignation, the kind that comes from being broken one too many times. At 25, Jordan was the golden boy of Boston politics. Ivy League educated, charming at fundraisers, but whispers in the office hinted at family tensions. I'd seen him around, always polished, but now he was a ghost of that image, shivering in the cold. He tried to wave me off. "Go away, Jeremy. This isn't your problem." His voice cracked, but I wasn't leaving. As a junior aide in the mayor's office, I knew the Hayes family dynamics all too well. Mayor Richard Hayes was a conservative powerhouse, railing against moral decay in his speeches, while his wife, Evelyn, played the perfect society hostess. Jordan, their only son, was expected to follow in those footsteps. Marry well, produce heirs, uphold the legacy. But rumors swirled. Late-night arguments, Jordan's unexplained absences. I grabbed his arm gently, helping him to his feet. "You're coming with me. No arguments." We drove in silence to my apartment in South End, a modest one-bedroom that felt worlds away from the Hayes Back Bay mansion. Once inside, I patched him up as best I could, cleaning cuts from what looked like a brutal beating. "Who did this?" I asked, my voice steady despite the anger boiling inside. Jordan hesitated, then whispered, "My father. He found out. About me." The words hung heavy. About him being gay. In a family like his, that was a death sentence to their public image. I'd suspected it myself. Stolen glances at office events, the way he avoided talk of girlfriends. But hearing it confirmed twisted something in my gut. I was 28, openly gay in a progressive city, but I'd faced my own battles. Disownment from my Midwestern parents years ago. Empathy surged through me. As the night wore on, Jordan opened up. He'd been seeing someone in secret, a guy from college, but when his father discovered incriminating texts, all hell broke loose. "He called me a disgrace, said I'd ruin everything he's built," Jordan said, tears streaming. "Threw me out like trash." I offered him the couch, but sleep evaded us both. We talked until dawn, about dreams deferred, the weight of expectations, the loneliness of hiding. By morning, a fragile bond had formed, one built on shared pain. Little did I know, this act of kindness would drag me into a web of deception and heartbreak. The next day, I called in sick to work, buying time. Jordan wanted to disappear, maybe head west, but I convinced him to stay. "You can't run forever," I said. We spent the day plotting. He'd crash with me until he found a job, away from politics. But as we shared coffee, our conversations deepened. Jordan's laugh, rare and genuine, lit up the room. I felt a pull, an attraction I hadn't anticipated. Was it pity or something real? That evening, as we watched the city lights from my balcony, he leaned in closer. "Thank you, Jeremy. No one's ever stood up for me like this." Our hands brushed, and in that electric moment, I realized I was falling, hard and fast. But reality crashed in quickly. My phone buzzed with a text from the mayor's chief of staff. "Where's Jordan? Family emergency." Panic set in. If they traced him here, my job, my life in Boston would be over. Jordan saw the message and paled. "I have to go back." I shook my head. "No, we'll figure this out." That decision, made in haste, would cost us both dearly. We ignored the calls, but the Hayes machine was relentless. By nightfall, private investigators were sniffing around. Hiding Jordan became a game of cat and mouse, testing my loyalty to my career versus this newfound connection. As days turned to weeks, our relationship evolved. Stolen moments in the apartment, cooking meals, sharing stories, blossomed into intimacy. Not physical, but emotional. Jordan confessed his fears, disappointing his parents, losing his identity. I shared mine, the void left by my family's rejection. We were mirrors, reflecting each other's wounds. But tension mounted. Jordan's phone, which we ditched, was replaced secretly. He started checking news obsessively, seeing his father's public facade crumble under speculation about the missing son. One night, over takeout, Jordan broke. What if I'm wrong? What if I can change? His words stung, echoing the internalized hate I'd fought. I argued back, passionate. You can't pray this away. It's who you are. Our debate raged, exposing cracks. His guilt, my impatience. Yet it drew us closer. By month's end, we admitted the truth. We were in love. But love in hiding is a fragile thing. The mayor's influence loomed, and I knew a confrontation was inevitable. Little did I suspect the betrayal waiting in the shadows. The first crack appeared when Jordan's sister, Emily, showed up at my door unannounced. She was 22, a college senior, the family's wild card. Less polished, more empathetic. Jeremy, please, she begged, rain-soaked and desperate. Dad's losing it. Mom's in pieces. Just tell me where he is. I feigned ignorance, but Jordan, hidden in the bedroom, overheard. After she left, he emerged, conflicted. She's the only one who gets it, he said. Maybe I should talk to her. Against my better judgment, we arranged a secret meeting at a coffee shop in Cambridge. Emily hugged Jordan fiercely, tears flowing. They think you ran off with some girl, she whispered. Dad's spinning it as a rebellion. Jordan laughed bitterly. If only. She promised discretion, but I saw the risk. Family ties run deep. As we parted, Emily slipped him a burner phone. For emergencies. That phone would become our undoing. Back home, Jordan's mood shifted. He started questioning our isolation. What if we tell them? Ease into it. I shut it down. Your dad would destroy us. Mayor Hayes was up for re-election, his platform built on traditional values. A gay son would be political suicide. But Jordan's hope flickered, a dangerous spark. Meanwhile, at work, suspicion grew. Colleagues whispered about my absences. The chief of staff grilled me on loyalty. I lied smoothly, but the stress gnawed at me. Our love deepened amid the chaos. Evenings were sanctuaries. Walks in disguised hoodies, debates on philosophy, shared dreams of a life unbound. Jordan wanted to teach literature. I aimed for nonprofit work. We could move to San Francisco, he mused. Start fresh. But reality intruded. One afternoon, I caught him on the burner, texting Emily. Just checking in, he said defensively. Trust wavered, but I pushed it aside. Then came the fundraiser. I had to attend mayor's orders. Jordan insisted on staying home, but boredom won. He snuck out, meeting Emily nearby. I spotted them from afar, heads together. Paranoia hit. Was she luring him back? Later, Jordan confessed. She says Dad might soften if I apologize. Rage boiled. Apologize for what? Being yourself. Our first real fight erupted, words like weapons. You're suffocating me, Jeremy, he shouted. I stormed out, wandering Boston streets, questioning everything. Had I rescued him or imprisoned him? Reconciliation came at dawn. Jordan found me on a bench by the Charles River. I'm sorry, he whispered, pulling me close. I choose you. We kissed under the rising sun, a promise sealed. But peace was fleeting. That night, my apartment was burgled. Nothing taken, but files rifled. A warning? Paranoia escalated. Jordan suggested fleeing, but I refused. We fight this. Weeks later, Emily dropped a bomb. Dad knows. He's hiring lawyers to bring you home. Jordan panicked, but I saw opportunity. Let's go public. Force his hand. The idea terrified him, exposing family secrets, risking disinheritance. But the alternative was worse. Separation. We debated ethics. Was outing ourselves moral? Jordan's inner turmoil peaked. Loyalty to blood versus self. He chose self, or so I thought. The plan? Leak to a sympathetic reporter. But before we could, betrayal struck. Returning home early, I found Jordan packing. Emily convinced me, he admitted, eyes averted. If I go back, pretend it's a phase, I can change things from inside. My world shattered. You're choosing them over us? Tears fell as he left, whispering, it's temporary. The door closed, leaving me hollow. Alone, I grappled with loss. Had I pushed too hard? Days blurred in anguish. Then, a call from Emily. He's home, but it's bad. Dad's controlling everything. Guilt mixed with anger. I quit my job, severing ties to the Hayes empire. But love lingered, a persistent ache. Rumors spread. Jordan engaged to a socialite, a political match. Was it real or facade? Months passed. I rebuilt, new job at a LGBTQ+ advocacy group, therapy for wounds. Yet Jordan haunted me. One evening, he appeared at my door, gaunt and broken. I can't do this, he sobbed. Help me. Forgiveness warred with hurt. I let him in, but trust was fractured. Our reunion was tentative, shadowed by past choices. Jordan's return ignited hope, but scars ran deep. We talked for hours that night, dissecting the betrayal. I thought I could fix my family, he confessed. But Dad's worse. Therapy sessions to cure me, threats of institutionalization. Horror gripped me. Mayor Hayes, the public champion of family values, was a tyrant behind closed doors. Jordan had endured isolation, forced dates with women, constant surveillance. Emily tried to help, but she's trapped too. His choice to leave had cost him everything. Inheritance cut, friends alienated. We rebuilt slowly. No more hiding, we moved to a new apartment in Dorchester, farther from the Hayes reach. Jordan got a job at a bookstore, anonymous and freeing. Our days filled with normalcy. Grocery runs, movie nights, quiet affirmations of love. But tension simmered. Nightmares plagued him. I'd wake to his sobs. What if they find us? He'd whisper. I assured him, but doubt crept in. Society's gaze weighed heavy. Stares in public, whispers about those two. Boston was progressive, but not immune to bigotry. Conflict arose when Jordan's mother reached out via Emily. She wants to meet, Jordan said, hopeful. I cautioned against it. It's a trap. But his longing for maternal love won. The meeting at a neutral park was tense. Evelyn Hayes arrived elegant, eyes red-rimmed. I've missed you, she said, hugging him. Tears flowed as she apologized for her silence. Your father. He's set in his ways. Jordan softened, but I saw manipulation. She pleaded, come home. We can work this out quietly. Jordan hesitated, glancing at me. No, he said firmly. Not without Jeremy. Evelyn's facade cracked. This lifestyle, it's destroying us. Her words stung, echoing societal prejudices. We left, but the encounter reopened wounds. Jordan questioned, am I selfish for choosing happiness over family? Debates ensued, morality of abandonment, duty to change minds. I argued for self-preservation. He for redemption. Our love tested but endured. High stakes hit when Mayor Hayes announced his re-election campaign, touting protecting our children from confusion. It was a direct jab. Advocacy groups mobilized, and I joined protests. Jordan wavered. Join or hide? If I speak out, it's war, he said. But silence felt like cowardice. He chose to attend a rally anonymously, but a photographer captured us. The photo went viral. Mayor's son at gay rights protest? The backlash was swift. Hayes denounced it as fake news, but damage mounted. Reporters hounded us. Hate mail arrived. Jordan's job fired him under pressure. This is the price, I said, holding him, but he lashed out. You pushed me into this. Blame flew, exposing resentments. In therapy, we unpacked my savior complex, his victim mentality. Progress was painful but necessary. Then the ultimate confrontation. Hayes summoned Jordan to the mansion. Alone, the note read. Jordan refused, insisting I come. We arrived to a cold reception. The mayor, imposing in his study, glared. You've humiliated me. Jordan stood tall. You've humiliated yourself by denying who I am. Arguments raged. Politics versus humanity, tradition versus progress. Hayes offered a deal. Return, marry the socialite, inherit. Or lose everything. Jordan's choice. Walk away forever. He chose freedom, but the cost was steep. Disowned publicly, Jordan became a pariah in elite circles. I lost friends tied to politics. Our relationship strained under financial stress, societal scrutiny. Yet, in quiet moments, love reaffirmed. Worth it, Jordan whispered, but doubts lingered. Had we won, or just survived? Post-disownment, life became a battlefield. Jordan spiraled into depression, questioning his worth. Without family, who am I? He'd ask. I supported him, but my own burdens mounted. Bills piled, job insecurity from the scandal. Advocacy work intensified. I organized events, channeling anger into action. Jordan joined tentatively, speaking at small groups about his journey. His vulnerability inspired, but exhausted him. Society's claws dug in. At a pride event, hecklers shouted slurs, invoking Hayes' name. Jordan froze, flashbacks hitting. I shielded him, but rage boiled. We can't let them win, I urged. He nodded, but retreat tempted. Then, betrayal from within, Emily, under pressure, leaked our address to the press. Paparazzi camped outside. She didn't mean it, Jordan defended. I exploded. Family first, always. Trust fractured again. We relocated to a suburb, seeking anonymity. But isolation bred intimacy and conflict. Jordan's moral quandaries deepened. Is hating my father making me like him? Philosophical debates turned personal. I admitted my flaws, pushing him toward confrontation to validate my own past rejections. He confessed lingering shame. Therapy helped, but progress was nonlinear. A turning point. Jordan wrote an op-ed, anonymous at first, detailing his story. It went viral, sparking debates on family, identity, politics. Support flooded, letters from estranged youth, offers of help. But Hayes countered with a smear campaign, painting Jordan as unstable. Lawsuits threatened. We lawyered up, draining savings. The stress peaked when Jordan collapsed from anxiety, hospitalized briefly. Recovery forced reflection. In the hospital, we vowed change. Boundaries with family, focus on us. Discharged, Jordan cut ties with Emily. It hurts, but necessary. Our love evolved deeper, more resilient. We volunteered together, finding purpose in helping others navigate similar paths. Yet, external pressures persisted. A conservative group targeted my workplace, boycotting. I faced demotion or resignation. Choosing integrity, I quit, starting freelance consulting. Jordan pursued teaching certification, defying odds. Triumphs were small. A quiet anniversary dinner, shared laughs. But the price? Lost security, constant vigilance. One evening, a knock. Emily, disheveled. Dad's cut me off too, for supporting you. Jordan hesitated, then invited her in. Reconciliation tentative but real. She revealed Hayes' crumbling empire. Donors fleeing, polls tanking. Vindication mixed with pity. He chose power over us, Jordan said. As election neared, Hayes approached privately. End this circus. I'll acknowledge you, if you stay silent. The offer tempted, financial relief, partial acceptance. Jordan agonized. Compromise or stand firm? Debates raged, testing our bond. He rejected it, prioritizing authenticity. The decision empowered, but isolated further. Election night brought catharsis and chaos. Hayes lost narrowly, his concession speech bitter, blaming radical agendas. Jordan watched stoically, a chapter closing. But victory was Pyrrhic. Media frenzy intensified, dredging painful memories. We escaped to a cabin in the Berkshires, reconnecting amid nature. Talks turned introspective, regrets, growth. "I choose you again," Jordan affirmed. Love reignited, fortified by trials. Back in Boston, new challenges arose. Jordan's teaching job faced backlash from parents citing his controversial background. He fought, winning with advocacy support. I launched a podcast on LGBTQ+ stories, featuring Jordan's journey. Exposure healed, but invited trolls, death threats, online harassment. We hired security, paranoia returning. Internal conflicts resurfaced. Jordan missed family traditions. Holidays stung. "What if I reach out?" he pondered. I supported cautiously. A Christmas card to Evelyn yielded a response. Secret meeting. She arrived remorseful. "I was wrong," she admitted. Tears flowed as she hugged Jordan. "Your father's stubborn, but I see your happiness." Tentative bridges built, but Hayes remained distant. Society's evolution offered hope. Laws advancing, attitudes shifting. Yet, personal tolls mounted. Friends distanced, fearing association. Jordan's health suffered, therapy ongoing. I grappled with resentment. Had loving him cost too much? One night, argument erupted. "Sometimes I wonder if we're worth the pain." Hurtful words exchanged, leading to temporary separation. Alone, reflection hit. I realized, love demands sacrifice, but not self-destruction. Jordan echoed similar thoughts upon reunion. We recommitted, setting boundaries. No more family drama dictating our lives. A pivotal moment. Hayes' health scare, a heart attack. Jordan visited hospital, confronting his father. "I forgive you, but I won't change." Hayes, weakened, nodded silently. No grand reconciliation, but acknowledgement. Jordan returned lighter, closure achieved. Our story inspired a book deal, Jordan's memoir. Writing cathartic, but exposing. Debates ensued. Exploit pain for gain? We proceeded, donating proceeds to charities. Success brought stability, but scrutiny. As years blurred, we married quietly, surrounded by chosen family. Vows reflected journeys. Through betrayal and awakening, I choose you. Happiness hard-won, shadowed by past. With marriage came stability, but echoes of turmoil lingered. Jordan's memoir topped charts, sparking national conversations on family acceptance. Interviews flooded. We navigated carefully, emphasizing healing over sensationalism. Yet, backlash persisted. Conservative pundits labeled us agenda pushers. Jordan stood firm, his voice stronger. "This is our truth," he'd say. Professional triumphs masked personal struggles. Jordan's teaching career flourished, but student prejudices mirrored societal divides. One incident, a parent confrontation, accusing him of influencing kids. He handled gracefully, but it drained. I supported, but my podcast demands pulled me away. Distance grew subtly, missed dinners, unspoken resentments. A new conflict, adoption considerations. Jordan yearned for family. I hesitated, fearing repetition of cycles. Debates delved deep. Ethics of bringing children into a scrutinized life, our readiness. "We've paid enough," Jordan argued. "Deserve joy," I countered. "What if society rejects them too?" Compromise, fostering first. The process rigorous, exposing vulnerabilities. Meanwhile, Hayes' post-loss life unraveled. Divorce from Evelyn. Retirement in seclusion. She integrated into our lives gradually, attending events. "I'm proud," she'd say. Jordan's forgiveness complete, but mine lagged. "He damaged you," I'd remind. Growth came slowly. Betrayal's final twist. A former aide leaked old emails, revealing Hayes' cover-ups. Scandal reignited, implicating us indirectly. Jordan testified, reliving pain. The toll, anxiety relapse. We leaned on each other, emerging resilient. Years later, fostering a teen boy, outcast like Jordan once was, brought purpose. Challenges abounded. Navigating his traumas, our dynamics. But love expanded, healing old wounds. Reflecting, our path was fraught. Rescues turned imprisonments, choices birthed consequences. We paid dearly, lost kin, security, innocence. Yet, awakened to authenticity's value. Was sacrificing family for personal truth ultimately the right choice, or a selfish evasion of duty?